finally, something that we could have done in the middle. In fact, in the GUI tabs, it is the middle tab, but we'll do it can be a little bit tricky because of the nature of working with the tables. So anyway, the last thing that is quite often nice and important and very useful is to have tabular display of your data. So we're going to want a table, a very simple table, because it's only going to have a couple of columns. And let's see if we can find table. There it is at the bottom. Okay, it'll always come up saying there are 4 columns, but yeah, there's quite a bit to this, so let's just do this one step at a time. First things first will be to probably control click and do it this way. Can we go to properties? Yeah, I thought there was a way to, there used to be a way, I'm pretty sure, to customize it. Anyway, okay, properties, it's the same thing as over there, so forget it. Well, what do we want? We want to get the model. Okay, find the model. It's bold, it's an important one. And we want 2 columns, right? And a whole bunch of rows. So let's say our rows, I don't know, maximum for a class, let's say 25. And columns 2. Okay, and we might as well change this here. This is the student name. Enter. ID number. Two columns. And that's basically it. And I want to see the border. I think it's just border like we did before. I guess just line. That seemed to be fine. Oh, the color. I think that's it. I think rather than the border, I think there's already a grid. Grid, yeah, and the grid color just happens to be white right now, so you can't see it. Yeah, this is the way that we've always done it. So grid color here in the properties, we'll make it black, and that is that. There we go. All right. And quite often what you'll do with something like this is you'll want to refresh it, so you'll put a refresh button. Back to our button. Both this button and the table should be named. Call this, and we'll call this, I'm going to do it this way. I'm only on one table, so I know for sure this is the right one. Students table. Yeah. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to go through the whole list as it at any given time is and refresh it to here. So here we go. Should start to be getting used to this by now. Events, mouse, released. It can be tricky to get over onto. And here we are, look for the cursor. So, it's a two-dimensional table, but we can do our 2D work with one loop and then repeating for each column the display of the text. So for int row, might as well say, trouble 0. And then row less than the size of the current list. So students s list dot size. Right. So for each row, we're going to do 2 columns. So students list, no, the table. Students table. Yep. And here it is. Here's the one useful function that comes up from this class. It is set value. Should come up. Is it the keyboard? Please wait. Set value at. Okay, take a good look at this before we do it. Takes in a value, a row, and a column. So the value is going to be the next student name in the list. Gotta get it. Row. And get its name or their name. And which row are we going to put it on? The row that we're at. Which column are we going to put it on? I don't know why I said row here. 0. And I think I can copy and paste this to do the ID number that we want to display. So get ID number. Same row, but column 1, right? Column 0, column 1. Column 0 for the student name, column 1 for the ID. And I guess that's it, actually. But makes for a good little video. Run. Yeah, because there's quite a bit of work to do there with setting up the table. So I guess we got to put in some students. I'm going to do the same 3 student class just for consistency, and that later on you see why. For testing purposes, it's just nice, just so you always remember what's what. The SU is definitely 3. Our sort and search was, well, our sort, we didn't sort, did we? So that'd be the one last thing to do, but not right now. Display data, then refresh. I'm not seeing the middle line there. It's okay though. And yeah, that's what we wanted. So it does bring to mind that the one other thing to do would be to sort. But again, it's getting late now, and I think that's good. That's a really good start to everything. Because again, you pretty well have a full IA in terms of stuff that you would have to do. You'll do more, right? That's the fun of it. But everybody's got to start with something like this, and so there you go.